everyone, and I mean everyone,
Right.
loves the craft of the Gerry Anderson universe.
Oh, yes.
By which I mean the vehicles.
Yes.
Not necessarily. They also love the
craft
and the
yes,
method.
the art,
Absolutely.
yes, and the technique, yes. I
Yeah.
see.
Well, judging by how many of them gave their name to the series in which they appeared, so did Dad.
Okay.
So from Supercar, obviously,
I see.
to
Yeah.
Fireball XL5,
Right.
to Stingray,
Right.
and Thunderbirds.
Yes.
Maybe even at a push, UFO.
Okay, so it's like the vehicles were the star, really, of the show.
Exactly, yeah, starring
Fair
him.
enough. Yeah.
It was very often the case that the ships sold the series.
Yeah.
But there's one particular Anderson craft that holds the enviable position of being a firm fan favourite, while at the same time being the target of a few snarky comments over the years.
Get it. Snarky comments from Gerry Anderson fans.
Well, not our Podstrom.
Certainly not.
Some other people.
We won't hear of it.
But can you guess which vehicle it is?
A fan favourite, but also some snarky comments. No, go on, surprise me.
It's Officer Romac. No, yes, it is in fact the ungainly but still somehow quite beautiful and lovely from every angle.
Yes, Simone Mendes. I'm sorry.
Thunderbird 2.
Thunderbird 2.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now, Thunderbird 2 has been the subject of many a jibe over the years concerning its girth and its potential lack of airworthiness.
Yes.
Those are fairly major problems for
Yes.
an aircraft.
Yes.
Of course, I think you'll find that Thunderbird 2 would never actually get off the ground.
Right.
That was me sort of doing a light, pernickety fan voice, but without being offensive. Did you get that? Was that
Yes,
right?
I picked that up,
I didn't
yes.
want to go too far.
No, sure.
Well, now the true believers among you have an answer. Yes, it would.
Oh,
Yep.
it would get off the ground.
Now, that is at least as far as the US military is concerned.
I see.
Well, December 2022 saw the launch of their latest drone, and it's drawn a few comparisons to a well-known green bear moth. And like Thunderbird 2, it doesn't even need a runway.
Ah, yeah.
Now, the unmanned and very catchily titled, I might say,
Go for it.
XQ-58A Valkyrie.
I wish I was a spaceman. That sounds a little bit XL5.
XQ-58A
Yeah.
Valkyrie, it's not very
Okay,
catchy. Anyway,
sure.
it blasts off from an inclined platform before taking flight, so very much like Thunderbird 2. It was unveiled by the US military at their Elgin Air Force Base in Florida in December 2022,
Yeah.
and was pictured taking to the sky and then flying in formation with an F-16C Viper fighter jet. The Air Force describes the Valkyrie as a low-maintenance, reusable vehicle designed to be used for several missions, but built at a cost that permits it to be a combat loss.
Oh dear, don't tell Virgil.
I know,
Yeah,
poor Virgil.
wow.
They explained this long-range aircraft is runway independent, offering maximum operational flexibility to the warfighter.
Okay.
Not really international rescue, but the
Sure,
opposite.
yeah.
And with its green colour, red-tipped tail wings and tapered nose, from the side at least, it bears an uncanny resemblance to most people's favourite Thunderbird, Thunderbird 2.
Yes, I see.
Now, have the top brass out in the US military been watching Thunderbirds? Or, shock horror, does it turn out that Thunderbird 2's design is actually the optimum shape to allow high speeds and agile manoeuvrability?
Oh,
Take that, TB2 haters.
wow. Really heartfelt there at the end,
Yeah,
Jamie.
yeah. Well, if you don't
Interesting.
like it, take it up with the US military, mate.
There you go, yeah. I mean, do you think they sort of paid any heed to the physics of flight? And not really, but does it matter? That's not the point, is it?
What do they describe it as? A lifting body. Now, I'm not sure if Derek Meddings described it as that, but they took inspiration for most of their vehicle designs from real life. You know, they were
Right.
out looking at aircraft magazines and all the
Yeah.
latest tech that was being out there. They were out at the World's Fair in
Yeah.
New York and beyond, looking at all the latest things that were actually happening in the real world, but were still prototypes, and taking kind of cues from those things.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
it makes total sense that it might have had a chance to fly, but does it matter?
Yes, does
Part
it
of
matter?
Thunderbird 2's charm is that it's got the bumblebee aesthetic.
I mean, look, no one complains that, Doctor Who's TARDIS is a police box-shaped time and space machine that can go anywhere in the universe. No one complains about the, those shots of the Starship Enterprise in the atmosphere of a planet. That
Yeah.
plainly wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
It's about engaging the imagination, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And future tech that may allow for these things, but even if it doesn't, it's just a bit of fun, and they look really cool.
Fair enough. Yeah.